Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. My name is Xabethegeminiwitch. It is such a pleasure to have you guys here with me today. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you're returning viewers, welcome back. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And I am taking personal readings. You could find me at Xabethegeminiwitch@gmail.com. So let's jump into your reading. So Spirit, what's going on with Virgo? Keep in mind this is going to be for Virgo placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So what are we waiting on, Virgo? We got the waiting game. We got financial and material changes. You're waiting for financial and material changes. Spirit saying to be patient here, okay? What else do we have for Virgo? Movement and choices and your third eye chakra. So your third eye chakra could be blocked right now. It's like you're not seeing the future. You're not seeing, the goodness that the future could hold for you. But there's a decision here that you have to make. Maybe this is you thinking differently about your financial and material situation here. I feel like you're just waiting. There's a waiting game. Yeah, patience and planning. This is going to require you to have more patience and more planning. So let's jump into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. The moon. The moon talks about things being hidden. The moon also talks about subconscious fears and belief systems that we should definitely be working on, right? Maybe things are a little murky right now. Maybe you're kind of in the dark about certain situations here and you're afraid of the future right now. Again, this is coming from subconscious fears, right? So maybe working on your belief system, maybe taking a few minutes out of your day and learning about manifestation, maybe even learning about financial literacy right now. Okay, maybe right now is a good time for you to change your mindset. The Hanged One, feeling trapped, changing your perspective on a certain situation here, Virgo. Okay, so change your perspective. Okay, there was a time, a very long time, that I've been living here in this city where I'm at for far too long, in my opinion. And I was looking at it in a way where it was just like I was seeing all the negative, right? And I was just really frustrated and annoyed at everything in life, okay? But all of a sudden my perspective shifted. It changed. Why? Because I had to change it. Because it's either I sit in misery and look at all the negative, or I can choose to change my perspective when it comes to certain things, right? And then all of a sudden when I shifted my perspective and I came to the reality that not much is going to change right now, and I do feel a little trapped. So maybe what I should do is change my perspective. I started to all of a sudden see certain things around me that I didn't notice before, right? Like certain restaurants or certain shops or certain parks and stuff like that. I was like, wow, this is actually not bad, right? Let me allow myself to experience the here and the now. Let me allow myself to experience the beauty of what is around me, okay? The Knight of Cups. What about the Knight of Cups? Is this love? Is this a new love offer? Or is this somebody, maybe you feel trapped in a relationship? Or the Two of Swords. Maybe you feel like, the Knight of Cups talks about someone coming in, right? Offering you some sort of love, some sort of, but the Knight of Cups, the thing about the Knight of Cups is, first of all, they're a little elusive, right? And you can't really rely on them 100%, right? So you may feel like you might have to make a decision. This is not going to be for every Virgo. There are certain Virgos that are already in a relationship and you're like, oh, that doesn't resonate with me. And maybe there are some that are actually dealing with a certain situation here. Maybe someone wants to make you or help you to make some sort of a decision, and you feel like this decision is going to be very painful, right? Like it's going to change certain things, right? The Page of Wands, making some sort of a move here, having some sort of an idea, but not necessarily seeing things entirely just yet. The Page of Wands, this page is very eager to get things going, but they don't have all the information that they need. All they know is where they want to get to, right? They could be a little overzealous. Okay, so the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands, this is telling me with the Two of Swords, this is telling me that there might be some sort of a decision that you feel like you're having to make in regards to some sort of a relationship here, or maybe even some sort of move, right? Now, this is also telling me, because the Knight of Cups is moving towards the Two of Swords here, and it's telling me to pour more love into you know, your belief system, this idea that you have, okay? You know, I feel like you're very excited about something, right? But I feel like you need more information. And also doing things, not running away from a certain situation, but rather looking at things with the eyes of love, right? Where do you feel like you're going to be mostly emotionally fulfilled, right? Maybe you're trying to make a decision and you're just like kind of stuck. And you're like, I don't see the future. I don't see the outcome, right? And we've all been there, right? And so Spirit's helping you to make a decision here when it comes to this. And it's saying it's something about like your emotions. This is tied to your emotions. This is like, where would you feel most, where do you think you would probably feel the happiest, okay? So this is about your third eye chakra maybe being blocked, okay? Your third eye chakra is right here. This is, you know, your intuition, your ability to be able to see. That's the issue here. You don't see, okay, because you're kind of stuck in the dark here, okay? And you feel trapped with the hangman. So this is about changing your perspective, seeing things with a different light, right? So that you could have like a different outcome here. The Two of Wands, there's a decision that you're trying to make, but like you got one foot in and one foot out, okay? You're literally about to make some sort of a move, and I feel like you've already kind of made this decision. It's just a matter of now of like taking that initial step, right? Making that first step, that first move, okay? And you know, she's got the telephone in her hand. So what this is telling me, this is kind of telling me like it's either communicating with somebody to help you make this move or make this decision, or gathering some sort of information, more information, okay? You need more information here because you don't have all the information, okay? The Queen of Cups, what is this? Who is this Queen of Cups? And the Hermit. The Queen of Cups and the Hermit, what is this? And the World. Okay. Again, this is talking about moving. The World talks about, you know, a cycle being completed. Maybe there's a certain place or a person that you've learned a lesson, or you've taken all the information that you can, and now this is a closed chapter. It's like, you know, you're moving on to the next chapter here. You're moving on to the next lesson here. The Hermit is about going within and asking yourself, what do I want, right? Hearing Spirit out, right? Being able to connect. The Queen of Cups, again, this is a very psychic, very intuitive energy. This is a very emotional energy, right? Making a decision based on your emotions, okay? Based on how you're going to feel about something, right? So even though my dream is to live in Puerto Rico, right, on the island, and that's where my heart is, right now I am where I am. This is where I have to be, right? So there's a situation here that is going to require you to kind of pour a little bit more love into a situation here, okay? And see things with like a different mindset, okay? This is also about controlling your emotions, right? Maybe you feel like you're stuck in a situation and it's really throwing you off, okay? And the Justice. There's some sort of balance that is going to take place here. And the Three of Wands. So maybe you might have been waiting for some sort of a situation here when it comes to maybe some legal matters, or you're just waiting for something to balance itself out, okay? So the time is coming, but this is about divine timing. This is about waiting for your ships to come in. So maybe reaching out to somebody, gathering more information, right? So that you can figure out, okay, how can I balance out my situation? Okay, this is also just kind of taking your time here, okay? Because I feel like justice and karma is kind of like taking place here, right? So there are some scales there. It's like universe is balancing some things out for you, okay? We don't want to do things in a way where we're like rushing or anything like that, right? We want to make sure that we're seeing things clearly. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And again, I am taking personal readings. You can contact me at Xabethegeminiwitch@gmail.com. I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.